So you're building in the cloud. You know that every great project needs a rock-solid plan, right? Well, today we're diving into Microsoft's official blueprint for getting your cloud applications right from the very beginning.
You know the drill. Every architect, every developer faces this puzzle. You're trying to build something amazing, but you're constantly juggling cost, speed, and security. It feels like this constant, high-stakes balancing act. So how do you possibly get it right without dropping one of those crucial pieces?
Well, this is exactly where the Azure well-architected framework steps in. And I want you to think of it less like a rigid, strict rulebook and more like a guiding philosophy. It's an architect's blueprint, really, designed to help you build best practices into your work from day one.
At its core, the framework is built on 5 key principles. You'll hear them called the 5 pillars. And honestly, understanding these is the key to creating apps that don't just work, but actually thrive in the cloud. Let's break them down. We're going to kick things off with 2 pillars that are all about efficiency. Think of these as the engine room of your application, the gears that keep everything running affordably and smoothly behind the scenes.
So cost optimization is pretty straightforward, right? It's about getting the most bang for your buck and not just burning cash. Its partner in crime here is operational excellence. This is all about having solid processes, using automation, and keeping a close eye on everything so you can simplify management. They're really the twin foundations of any healthy application.
And the framework isn't just a bunch of abstract ideas. It connects you directly to the tools you're using every day. For costs, you're looking at things like Azure Advisor for smart recommendations, tagging to see where your money's going, and auto-scaling to match demand. And for operations, you're leaning on Azure Monitor and Application Insights to get that X-ray vision into what's happening inside your app.
Okay, so we've got our efficiency foundation locked in. Now the focus shifts to the user. The next 2 pillars are all about what your users actually experience, how the application performs and feels out there in the real world.
Performance efficiency is all about being adaptable. Can your app handle a massive, sudden spike in traffic without even breaking a sweat? And reliability, well, that's about earning your users' trust. It's about building apps that can bounce back from any failure, making sure you're always there when they need you.
A huge part of planning for performance is deciding how you're going to scale. Are you going to scale up, just getting a bigger, more powerful server? Or are you going to scale out, adding more servers to share the work? The framework really makes you see this isn't just a tech choice. It's a fundamental architectural decision that massively impacts both your performance and your costs.
And that brings us to the final pillar, and you could argue it's the most critical one of all. This isn't just a feature anymore. It's an absolute prerequisite for doing business today. We're talking about security.
And here's the most crucial thing to remember about security. It is not the last step on a checklist. It just can't be. It has to be baked into every single layer of your application, right from the initial design through the code you write and all the way to deployment and beyond.
This is that classic defense in depth idea. You don't just have one big wall, you need multiple layers of protection. And Azure gives you the tools for every single one. From detecting threats and encrypting your data, all the way to locking down your network and protecting identities.
Okay, so we know the 5 pillars. But here's the real secret, the actual wisdom of the well-architected framework. It isn't just knowing what the pillars are. It's understanding that they are constantly in a push and pull relationship with each other. This quote from LA Net Ltd. just nails it. You are going to make trade-offs. It's inevitable. The real danger is making them by accident. When you go all in on cutting costs, do you even realize what you might be giving up on the security side of things? And this is exactly what that looks like. Here's a perfect example. You have absolutely crushed your cost savings goal, a 90. Amazing. But, oh, look at that trade-off. Your security score has totally tanked. By focusing on just one pillar, you've accidentally created this massive vulnerability, leaving your whole app exposed.
And this, right here, is the central lesson. The goal of the well-architected framework isn't to get a perfect score in every category. That's not realistic. Its real power is making these trade-offs visible, so you can make smart, deliberate, informed decisions that actually line up with what your business needs.
So how do you actually put this into practice? Well, Microsoft has this incredible and totally free assessment tool. Just head to the URL on your screen.
You answer some questions about your project for each of the 5 pillars, and out pops a score and a custom-built list of recommendations with links to the docs to help you fix things. It's the perfect way to get started.
So there it is, the Azure well-architected framework. It's not just a set of rules, it's your blueprint for building better, stronger, and way smarter applications in the cloud. The framework is ready, the blueprint is on the table. The only question left is, what will you build? Thanks for joining us.